Hi there. My name is Beth, otherwise known as Granny Rocks,
And I'm James Maynard, otherwise known as Reed Babes.
and we have a very poor cell signal that we're trying to use as a hotspot for the show tonight because we have evacuated to another evacuation place. But here we are, and it looks like thing. And if we're
Yay.
not, oh. Anyway, I did a test before, and it looked like it was working.
Says we're live.
It does say we're live. So what my topic tonight is how crisis can sometimes bring us new opportunities. How and why?
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in getting into that. But before that, here's Sweet Baby James to introduce our show.
Welcome to Granny Rocks, where every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, no matter what, no matter where we are, we make it happen. And this is an opportunity to experience Granny Beth's wit, her wisdom, and her very uncommon sense. So take it away, Granny.
And please feel free to comment because last time I was able to see the comments as we were going. Oh, Amy said your show was on just fine. Oh,
Thank you, Amy.
Okay, excellent. So, thank you, God. All right. Well, just to give you a little background, those of you who know us know that last week we had to, a little over like 9 days ago, we had to evacuate in the middle of the night because of a fire, and we're still evacuated. So we had to go east, and it was a harrowing experience. But anyway, we got there. We settled in. We did the show, and we're still alive. We're grateful. We're very grateful. And Elizabeth said, hi. But on top of the terrible fires, there's terrible smoke. A lot of people are experiencing that. So we're sitting here in a van. That's what our motorhome is, really a van with all kinds of wonderful stuff in it. And
all the comforts of home.
Not exactly all.
Kitchen, refrigerator, stove, cooktop, microwave.
Tracy says hello.
Queen size bed.
Hello, Tracy. So, and we're learning how to use it. You know, we keep making mistakes and things are not working, but that's mostly because of us. And we are two gray-haired, not quite gray, but I should be gray-haired.
A newly grayed beard since the 9 days of the evacuation.
He hasn't shaved. Anyway, so we're old folks. We're in our mid-70s, and we have health problems, and hi, Wade, and all kinds of other stuff going on. But anyway, we were settled in somewhere and thinking, oh, thank God we're settled in. But the smoke was so bad and my health is so bad that we knew we had to travel again. So last night we left. But it's, you know, the thing is, I want to say, and I know many of you have had this experience, you know, there are all kinds of reasons people have to evacuate their home. But, you know, where do you get your medication? How many clothes? I have 3 pair of underpants. You know, what am I going to do? How do you do the laundry? How do you get your basic needs met? Where's the organic food store? Yada, yada, yada. Debbie said, hi, James and Beth, watching with my grandson, William. He loves watching you go.
Hello.
And Island
Debbie
says,
and William, yes.
Good to see you, Island says. It was same to you.
Ali also.
So anyway, we realized that I'm so sick. I was getting sicker and sicker. I couldn't breathe. So we had to travel again, and we had to go over these crazy routes, and it was another like, oh my God, the Red Sea has to split. Island, it's poor transmission because we have a poor signal. We are in a motorhome park. Not really. It's a campground somewhere, and we're lucky that we are transmitting at all. So my apologies because that's all we could do.
This is in Florence, Oregon, by the way.
Yes. So
we
anyway,
have a nice perch, by the
but
way.
I want to get to the point. Let me get to the point. So this is a perfect example, Ilan. I am very fussy about my transmission. I get very upset when things aren't working right, when I'm not giving my best to my audience, and but, and Ilan said, gotcha. Oh, and Elizabeth says it's good transmission here. Oh, Island, maybe it's your internet. Anyway, I would get freaked out about something like that. James would get freaked out about the fact that he's hasn't shaved in a week, but he now has a razor. He should be able to, but we never have time. Debbie says, hope you're saying stay. Yes, we are safe. We are safe. We are having a lot of hardships, but we are safe. I mean, if you're safe, if you can't breathe and, your chest hurts and you injure your ribs, but we're still safe, right? But here's my point. We have new awarenesses because when you are looking at your needs getting met, when you're under this kind of a situation, you have to think about how to get those needs met and what do you really need.
By the way, Alan says, gotcha.
Yes, could be her. So what do we really need? In fact, and the smaller we are now in like a 19-foot van, motorhome. And, there's a lot of things that we don't have. Todd says, great to see you and glad you were with us. And I don't thank him. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you, Todd.
Hallelujah.
So we're glad too. We made it. We made it. And James made a meal. So what do we need? I mean, do you really need to shave before you get on the air, James? No. You know what I mean? Do I really need more than 3 pair of underpants? Not if I'm willing to wash them in the sink. And, there are a lot of people out there who had to be leaving their homes, who are refugees, that don't have anything. And I think, oh, my God, how do they do it? Especially when they're old. And, when you're older, you're sick and you need medication and you need all this stuff and blah, 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 right? So, but that isn't the only thing. It's not just the obvious things that you get to look at. It's ideas you have about how your life should be. Oh, Ilan says, nice beard. She is so generous.
Thank you.
And you see, we don't have much space, so we have to cuddle on the thing because I'm on my iPad.
Automatic intimacy.
That's right. So, how should we be living? I'm looking at this like, okay, well, we moved east over the mountains, and we're looking at it there, and they don't have the river, and they don't have the same kind of trees, but there were wonderful people who helped us, along the way. We got no help from our insurance company, by the way. They say until we can give them a report that our house burned down, they're not going to help us, even though we have loss of use of the house. But as far as we know, our house did not burn down. And I hope our house does not burn down. But we were forced to evacuate by the government, right? So that should be good enough. But no, it isn't. But anyway, shut up, Beth. So but other people along the way have tried to find little ways to help us out. And, Newton says, hello, Granny. Hello, Newton. So, so what so do I really need the river? Well, I'm still alive. I didn't think I could last without the river. I've never been able to last without the river, but I'm lasting. So how did that happen? Now I'm also discovering, I'm sorry, honey. Now I'm also discovering that I can live without air. You know what I mean? And so I've been able to.
Yeah, we were in hazardous air, though. 596 particles. Oh,
right.
My God.
And and I know many of you who live in Oregon are having hazardous air. They say that Oregon has the worst air in the world right now, and we know how bad the air is in many other nations and other places. So I don't know. And then we decided that we were going to move again, so we had to go to the coast, and we went up this crazy road because we couldn't go straight, and we couldn't go this way, and we couldn't go that way, and and we just got here, and it's like, I'm breathing. So now I have air, but I have a lousy cell signal, whereas before I had a great signal, but no air. So what can you say? So what do I need?
But we're at this wonderful campground with a fabulous view of the river flowing into the ocean. It's
right.
Awesome.
Right. And we
like
have
being
it
on holiday.
We have it for one night, and then they know what they're going to do with us. So it's so many things like, where should we live? We're looking at our age and Island said, seems like an apocalypse. Oh my God, it really does. We heard on the radio these people who were in Detroit, Oregon. They really lived through the apocalypse. They were falling, it was around them. They finally
walls of fires. They were trying to drive out
everywhere, and then they finally get to the place they should have been. And then there's a rock slide, and they have to turn around and go back into the fire. And we've heard that. I mean, we're on the Mackenzie River, and some people, oh my God, they've gone through so much worse than we have. But we still need to be thinking. You see, I believe that crisis can either make you more stupid, and sometimes, for periods of time, we do get more stupid because we're so stressed out. And believe me, we have been stressed out. I'm relaxing now because we're actually arrived somewhere. So grateful to be somewhere. And, but it can also make you more aware. See? Because you're able to rethink your whole life in a moment, in a flash. Oh, I really need to please my mother who lives next door. Well, now your mother isn't next door anymore. And then you're realizing, why do I have to please my mother? You know what I mean? Why do I have to please her or my father or anybody, or what should I do?
Or you have to live by that river.
Exactly.
To have the chi and the energy that you
exactly.
feel you need.
Or I really need that much chi to survive. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm saying, when you're in crisis and you have to improvise, you start thinking, I could live in a 19-foot motorhome. We don't even have enough room to put our medication. So, because we have a very small, with all this other stuff in it, you don't have too much storage. Island said, born again, you are so right. You are so right. So if we can stay calm and stay centered and not panic just because, we haven't been able to breathe for 8 days, we might be able to think about our lives in a different way. So I'm asking you out there, because we're getting these comments. It's working. I can't believe it. We should do this at home from the iPad. The comments come right here, and it worked great. So I don't even have a laptop. I don't have a piano. That makes me want to cry. I don't have a way to, again, tomorrow night, I can't do Dreams of Peace. But our dear friend Todd is going to put together a program of my music, probably my piano music, and play during the Dreams of Peace time at 7 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday. On Thursday, I mean. This is Wednesday. This is Granny Rocks. This isn't. Anyway, I want you to think, just take a minute and ask yourself, what crisis am I living through, or have I recently lived through, that could be a wake-up call, like an awareness shot of like, because James and I are really thinking after this experience that we have to move from where we live, not but because of the distance. And I just have always felt like I can't survive. Yes, Island, I have an electric piano, but we don't have any room for it. It's so small. Oh my God. And we've even talked about, should we go back through the fire escape? We can't get home. We can't get home even to get it. When we evacuated, we didn't have a chance. Amy says, when I had to evacuate because of a fire in 2004, I realized there was, so little I really needed in terms of material items, but I can appreciate you missing your piano. And Bianca, or Blanca, I can't read it. Blanca says, hello, Granny.
Hello, Blanca.
And Island said, play piano in the forest. If only I could. We got some love from Luann. I have been going everywhere, asking people. I even wrote an email to a piano teacher in Florence and saying, do you have a piano that I could play? So anyway, you just have to keep looking for other alternatives, and you never know when you're going to find something better than you already have. So Amy, I'm so glad that you said that. anybody else want to share some crisis that they're going through that's making them think differently? Ooh, I see some love, some hearts coming up here. I like that. So, anyone from the audience? While we're waiting for someone from the audience, I want to remind you that we do a video conference every Wednesday night after Rocks, and it's Seeing Through New Glasses. And we talk about how this topic of the night applies to you. Manuel says, hello.
Hello, Manuel.
Handwell. Yes, new word. Island wants to know, where is your dog? Our dogs, plural, are both with us on the little, they're with us too. It's a very intimate scene. So anyway, we do this program, Seeing Through New Glasses, and in this video conference, we get to talk. I lead it, and we're all there, and we really support each other, and people go deep into themselves. And it usually I have something on the post about it, but I couldn't do it this time. But if you're interested, it's $25 a group, and you sign up for 3 months at a time. And if you don't like it and you've never done it before, you get your money back. So, there's not much to lose. So just contact me, Beth, at Beth Green, that's GREEN, if you're interested in getting more information, since I don't have a way of putting it out there in this post. So, we're not getting any answers to this. So I'm going to ask you, James.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you rethinking, please?
Well, before the fires came, I resisted the idea that I didn't have what it took to continue carrying on the burdens and responsibilities that I had been carrying on. I had traveling a 100-mile round trip for our shopping needs and medical needs, dental needs, all that kind of stuff. But then when we talk about a smaller population with a hand, it's like, an easier life. There's nothing for me to prove. I don't have to prove anything. I have to prove that I can gut it out. So my thinking has shifted more in that direction.
Right. And, we have been in 2 smaller places. And because we have lived there, and it wasn't a vacation where we brought everything. Luann said, I'm on a new medication that reduces my ability to focus. And I have had to change and be okay with not doing chores and resting most of the day. Luann, that's exactly it. Find some value in that. See that as coming from new level of awareness. Ilan says, I am watching my breaths more. Oh, that is a wonderful thing. And as Elizabeth said, right now I'm rethinking about whether we should live in a regular house or live in a converted school bus
and
rent the house because of the fires and other possible natural disasters. You see, that's wonderful. See, you're being creative. Now, we could not right now sell our house. I mean, no. The river is, everything is burning. You can't even get there. I don't know when we would be able to sell our house in order to move. But I'm open to whatever the universe offers. And what I love that some of you are rethinking your needs and in a creative way, because we get so stuck, don't we, in our beliefs and in our must-haves. And some of those things are really important, but some really aren't. So I love that you shared this time with us. And I'm so glad that we were able to get on the air. It's a miracle. You have no idea how bad this internet is. And we did it, and you did it, and we're all together. And I'm so happy. So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, don't forget to come on.
Where Todd will be playing the piano music, the improvisational piano music.
Right, he's the DJ, so don't let him down. You don't, because won't be there a lot. And doesn't mean I won't be there. I'm going to be there.
You'll still see her and hear her on video.
That's right. I don't know what Todd is going to play. Who knows? Maybe Sweet Baby James will be in the mix. And it is, I'm hoping that we'll be home by next Thursday and that I can play the piano for you. So, but you know, I'm resting my arms, which were really messed up from all that playing of the piano.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you just never know. So Amy said that is so creative, Lizzie. And I love that Amy is giving Lizzie that. And I love all of you. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Love you all.
Please don't forget to like or love this show, or even afterwards you can put in a comment and I will get to it, and share, because I bet there are other people in this world who need some. I mean, look at the coronavirus. That has created crises that are being creative and thinking of new ways of working, and new ways of learning, and new ways of socializing, and all of that. So we can all benefit. Everybody is impacted by crises these days. So we love you, and thank you for all the love and the hearts that you're sending. And those of you who are in seeing new glasses, I'll see you in 3 minutes. I better get, or 8 minutes, or 3. I can't see.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Oh, Island said, love you. We love you too, honey. It's so good to see you live. Okay, babies.
Bye-bye for now.
We shall see you. Our video conference, those of you who are coming. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.